Hello, everybody. Welcome to 1818 Mojo Street. I am your neighborhood witch and residential reader, Mr. Mojo Street, also known as Shopper of Sight. Thank you for coming to my page where I will be conducting all sorts of tarot and oracle readings about celebrities, current events, and other things along the way as well. Today, what I will be doing is conducting a reading, just basically um, seeing where the energy is at for the collective, you know, seeing what applies to the collective and going from there. Okay. So, once again, thank you guys for coming to my page. And I do hope that you get everything out of this page that you need, want, desire, and that you have a good time overall. So, let's go ahead and pull a card to see, first of all, what the overall energy is from the collective and what is it that Spirit wants us all to know as a collective. So, energetically, as a collective, where is the energy? What is the energy for today? For the collective, Spirit, what is the overall energy today for the collective? Okay. So the first card that came out, and again, I will be reading from the Hoodoo Tarot deck, which is one of my favorites. The first card that came out is let's see if I move my finger, the Mother of Sticks. So in this deck, the Mother of Sticks is the equivalent of the Queen of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. So the overall message of this card for the collective, or energetically what the collective needs to know, is just to chill out, to relax. There are things that are definitely going to work out in the favor of us all, and then there's some things that will also work out for each one of us individually. But even if things don't work out as we expect them to, we can still find peace of mind in knowing that better things are coming along the way for us as a collective and for each one of us individually. So that's where the overall message is. The overall energy, excuse me, the overall energy is for the collective, as well as what we also need to know. So that is the first thing. Secondly, let's see what we can expect in the coming weeks, I'll say. All right, Spirit, what can we as a collective expect in the coming weeks? Spirit, what can we as the collective expect in the coming weeks? All right, so we got the Nine of Baskets. The Nine of Baskets in the Hoodoo Tarot is the equivalent to the Nine of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. So the Nine of Baskets is talking about organization, organization within our family, each of our family dynamics, but also things that are starting to come together on not just I feel like a neighborhood scale, but a neighborhood scale. My apologies, but also things coming together on a societal scale, and then that of a national scale for the most part. But things are definitely coming together um, on a societal scale. It feels like things are coming from outside sources that will affect our society here in the United States, or just like in certain parts of the United States. But it's definitely about outside elements coming together some that may be for the good of our society and others that may not be so good. But either way it goes, we'll be okay because the thing about energy and the way that people move and conduct themselves and things like that is that energy is always changing. Energy it's not just flowing, but it's also changing course, and it can change course at any given time depending on, who the person or people are that are involved, but also whatever their prerogatives are and the impact that they're trying to make on their own individual life or even the lives of those around them. So we also have to take that into consideration. But again, that's the nine of baskets, and this talks about number one, organization with our own family dynamics, and number two, outside elements coming into um, our society, which can be both for good and the not so good. But it wouldn't be the first time. So that's, I guess you could say, the silver lining in it all. So that's that. And then the last card I will draw will be what can we find comfort in knowing? Okay. All right, Spirit, what can we find comfort in knowing? Spirit, what can the collective find comfort in knowing? Oh, yes. So you got the Daughter of Baskets in the Hoodoo Tarot, which I want to say is the equivalent to it's the King, Queen, that's the Ace, King, Queen, the Page, the Page of Cups in the Hoodoo Tarot. In the traditional Rider Waite Smith Tarot. So with the okay. So with the Daughter of Baskets, this is something that we can find comfort in knowing, but what it is something that will actually impact women more than men. And this is about women going back to their roots within their own, family lines, ancestral lines. Women going back to the roots to rediscover not just who they are, but more so where they come from in certain aspects of their ancestral lines and things that are starting to come back in present day that were either once talked about years and years and years ago or that were talked about but then kind of, I guess, swept under the rug, so to speak. So, what we can all find comfort in knowing is going back into our roots and really not just finding out things that we didn't know before, but also um, just discovering more so certain aspects of our ancestral lines, the people we come from, the things that are connected to our ancestors. And even though this applies to all of us, this is even more so. What is the word? I'm sorry. This is more so about the women. So, any women that watch this video, please know that you'll be affected by this more so than the men, even though this applies to everybody, male and female, but the women more so, for whatever reason or another, will be more impacted by what they discover in their ancestral lines and the things that you're connected to, the people that you're connected to ancestrally, and just a whole lot of other stuff along the way. And I always like to tell people, there's some things that spirit will allow me to tell you, and there's some things that you'll just have to find out on your own between you and spirit. So Again, that is the Daughter of Baskets, which is the equivalent to the Page of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. And again, this talks about going back to our roots, our ancestral roots. And even though this applies to everybody, this is definitely even more applicable, I think that's a word, to the women at this current time. So, with all that being said, YouTube, I hope that everybody has a great day, continues to have a great week, and that you guys will continue to stay in good company as well as good standing. Um, and yeah, that's about it. I'll probably post another video either later on today or within the next couple of days or so. But yes, again, thank you guys for coming to my YouTube channel. I am 1818 Mojo Street, also known as Mr. Mojo Street, also known as Chakra of Sight. And if you're interested in booking me for reading, please do not hesitate to contact either my Twitter, which is 1818 Mojo Street, my Instagram, which is also 1818 Mojo Street, or you can reach out to me through my email, which is in the About section of my YouTube page. So, alrighty, with all that being said, YouTube, peace and blessings and abundance to all of you, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright, bye.